Be mindful of the cars you enter, especially if you're a girl. Be very, very mindful of the cars you enter so you don't go and end up in kidnappers' car. This other one happened in Benin City in Palace Road.
It was a disturbing revelation in Benin City as three men posing as taxi drivers were caught by the Edo State task force. Authorities say the suspects had been using their vehicles to lure unsuspecting victims with charms until their latest attempt failed near Palace Road Junction in Benin City. One of the identified victims, a 24-year-old female, shared a frightening encounter.
I sat down. Before you know, I was so disturbed, like I want to calm down. The next thing I saw, he asked me if I have handkerchief in my bag. I said no. So he now brought out his own handkerchief, red handkerchief. He now used it to carry the diamond. That was all. That was all I could remember.
While the lady insists she narrowly escaped a dangerous trap, the suspects have denied all accusations, calling them baseless.
I find myself here with what was alleged on me.
I define hospital. As I asked that sister, he said, you don't know the road now.
I said, that diamond is very costly. That diamond is not something that you will just be telling people. I said, okay, if we go to that place, there is one man that used to buy it.
Edo State Commissioner for Public Security and Safety, Festus Ebia, alongside Task Force Commander CSP Michael Aneto, says the arrest is a strong reminder to be extra cautious, calling on residents to remain alert, especially while moving around during the Yuletide.
We are already profiling them. Looking at them, you find that they are just people who have been doing this. We've been having reports of their activities within the metropolis. But we thank God that the dragnet we spread has started achieving results. Our people must equally be listening to the various jingles, news items being aired here and there, even social media stories.
Imagine if those guys were not caught. Imagine what would have become of this young girl. Just imagine, though those guys, they are still denying the fact that they are not kidnappers, but from what the task force has seen, they said those guys, they are kidnappers, that they try to kidnap this girl. Now, what about all those ones that we do not know about? Now, a few days ago, there was one I saw on the internet, a girl that said that she mistakenly boarded a taxi, and she didn't know that the taxi were occupied by kidnappers. So she said that immediately she entered, they rode up, and the person at the front seat just stepped out and then entered through the back seat, and they pushed her to the center. And you know, she wanted to raise alarm, but then they dragged her down. That was when they started beating her inside the car while the car was moving along the road. And the guys said they dwelt with her, they slapped her, they matched her with their boots and everything, and they threatened her to send them her money. If not, they are going to kill her and dispose her body anywhere. They told her to call her family and tell them that she has been kidnapped, that they should send certain amount of money if they want to see her alive again. And she had to comply. She said they collected her phone, her values, and every other things, and they collected her money as well. And then after that, they pushed her out of the car, and thank God that her life was spared. There was also another one that happened, a girl, but that one was lucky. So the guy said that she entered the car, and immediately she noticed that, you know, the guys, they push her, you know, to the center again. That is, you know, their star. And then, you know, she was in between the center. She said that she noticed that something was fishy, but she had to keep quiet and maintain as if she didn't know what was going on at all. But then she was looking for an escape route, so she just complied and didn't ask any question like what is going on or something. Said that the driver was driving on a free road, was speeding until they got to a checkpoint. And then she said immediately they approached that checkpoint, one of the guys said to the driver, "See police, see police." So the driver had to turn back to follow another road. And that second road, it happens that police were also there in that checkpoint. So the driver had no other, you know, option but rather to enter. And one of the guys said, just bring out, some cash and give the policeman. Don't waste time, don't argue. So the driver quickly did and got out some cash and they had it in his hand. So the guy said immediately they flagged down their car, the bus. It was a small bus. She shouted, "Help, oh, kidnappers!" So that was when the police people, they quickly, they surrounded the bus and then brought down the driver. And that was when they saw a lot of things inside the car, and those guys were apprehended. Imagine if those people, they succeeded in taking that girl, maybe to their oga to harvest her organs and other things. Imagine what would have happened to that girl. Now, there are a lot of atrocity that do happen that we don't even know about. What about all those other ones, those kidnappers that succeeded? What about those victims that were not able to escape? Just imagine the atrocities that is going on. And just like I always say, be very, very careful on the kind of bus that you enter. Be very, very, very careful. Don't just see any car and jump into it. Be very careful, especially this December, that anytime you are trying to enter a bus, check the people inside first before you enter. A word is enough for the wise. And this second one also happened in Edo State. And according to the people, they said that their uncle died. And so after that, they disposed the body inside the mortuary. So 3 days to the burial, they came back to the mortuary to check on the body. And the mortuary attendants spoke so rashly, so rudely to them. So they perceived that the guy was not in good mood that day. So one of their siblings said, "Let's go back home. On the D-Day, we'll come back, come carry, the dead body and everything." So they went back home. So on that day, they came back to the mortuary and asked for the body of their uncle. So the guy brought it out. So they decided to check, to just be sure that it is their uncle that is inside. Now, let's just check. So that was how they opened it and saw that the person inside was not their uncle. Then they confronted the mortuary attendants. "Guy, how far? This corpse here, no be their uncle be this." The mortuary attendants was still trying to protest, by saying that it was their uncle. But then they said that when their uncle was alive, that one of his finger was cut off. I think maybe as a result of accident or something. So when they check, this other one, his fingers is complete. So how come that someone that was alive that had 4 fingers in one of his hand, how come that in death his finger is now 5? What happened? So that was how the mortuary attendants was speechless. And as it is now, those people, they are calling for justice. They are saying that this is not the first time that this kind of case is happening. That it seems as if this guy is either, selling the body to ritualists, or maybe there's something else that is doing to the body, that something is fishy. And nobody knows if it was an act of mistake or not. So guys, this December, even if you are coming home, be very, very careful. Most especially for those that is traveling along the Kogi Expressway. Be very, very careful. Just like VDM, we always say that this issue of kidnapping in Nigeria is not just the Fulani only that is doing it, but rather those people in government, the security operative, that some of them also have hand in it. That you cannot give a gun to somebody that you are underpaying and still be expecting the full loyalty of that person. It is not done. So guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget, if you're traveling home this December, try and look for a bus that has a security personnel traveling with them for safety's sake. Very, very important. It is true that the road is clear, but at the same time, precaution and wisdom is necessary. I'll see you guys in my next video.